Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for January 26, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. We're coming to you live with a special report on the latest developments in the U.S. and around the world. In our first story, tensions between the United States and Iran continue to escalate. Iranian authorities have unveiled a new mural warning of retaliation if the U.S. conducts a military strike on the country. This comes as the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier and accompanying warships move towards the region. The situation remains volatile, with both sides exchanging warnings and threats. In our second story, a deadly confrontation between federal immigration agents and a protester has sparked widespread outrage and calls for accountability. Alex Jeffrey Priddy was fatally shot during the incident, with disputed circumstances surrounding the shooting. Video footage appears to contradict the official account, showing Priddy holding a phone rather than a firearm. The investigation is ongoing, with many demanding transparency and accountability. In our third story, creators and communities from all corners of the internet have come together to condemn the government's handling of the ongoing protests in Minneapolis. The unrest sparked by the killing of Alexei Petty has drawn widespread criticism, with many calling for the abolition of ICE. A diverse range of voices has joined the chorus of discontent, including social media influencers, music gear manufacturers, and even Second Amendment rights activists. These stories highlight the deepening divisions within the country and raise questions about the use of force by law enforcement agencies, government accountability, and the protection of citizens' rights. We will continue to bring you updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. In conclusion, the warning from Iran's authorities, the movement of U.S. warships towards the region, and the ongoing protests in Minneapolis have raised concerns about potential military conflicts, government accountability, and the protection of citizens' rights. We urge all parties involved to exercise restraint, seek diplomatic solutions, and prioritize transparency and accountability. The American people deserve a peaceful and just resolution to these critical issues. That's the way it is. I'm Walter, and this is the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and Nanshul and know what's right now. Firstly, in our previous editions, we covered a range of topics from the tragic shooting of a Minneapolis nurse by border agents, sparking outrage and calls for accountability, to the devastating impact of Russia's attacks on Ukraine's power grid, which has left millions without electricity. We also discussed the potential for a new world order, prompted by shifts in global politics and territorial expansion. In other news, we explored the trends in global markets, including the yen's gains against the dollar and the controversies surrounding U.S. President Donald Trump's statements on Greenland. Additionally, we touched on electoral developments, such as Taketoyo Toguchi's win in Okinawa Prefecture, Japan, which may influence the future of a U.S.-based relocation project. Lastly, we highlighted two notable now for the latest in business and finance. Here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we reported on the dip in mortgage rates, which is a welcome respite for homebuyers. With interest rates on the decline and home prices stabilizing, now is a great time to buy a house. We also discussed the best options for growing your savings, including money market accounts and high-yield savings accounts that offer interest rates exceeding 4.0% APY. In our third story, we've been following the developing situation in Iran, where the government has enforced a near-total internet blackout since mid-January. The shutdown has had devastating effects on businesses, with estimated daily losses of 20 million, and has exacerbated the country's economic woes. Despite the challenges, some Iranians have managed to access the internet through supervised connections, sharing their experiences and frustrations with the outside world. As the situation in Iran continues to unfold, we'll keep a close eye on developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and always keep your financial goals in mind. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's Artemis program is gearing up to send astronauts back to the moon, and with it, a new generation of spacesuits is being developed by Axiom Space. The AXM-U suit promises to provide unprecedented mobility on the lunar surface, allowing astronauts to walk, squat, and pick up objects with ease. Secondly, Russian scientists have made a breakthrough in propulsion technology with a new plasma engine that could revolutionize interplanetary travel. This innovative engine could potentially reach Mars in just 39 days, making it a game-changer for deep space missions. Lastly, we're taking a closer look at the latest developments in lunar exploration, including the discovery of water on the moon and the potential for future human settlements. NASA's Artemis program is working towards establishing a sustainable presence on the lunar surface, with the help of private companies like SpaceX and Axiom Space. These stories showcase the incredible progress being made in space exploration and the exciting possibilities that lie ahead. Tune in to our full episodes for more in-depth coverage of these topics and stay curious about the wonders of the universe. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We're coming to you with a thrilling update from the world of sports, where the NFL playoffs have been captivating audiences nationwide. The New England Patriots have secured their spot in Super Bowl LX after a nail-biting conference title game against the Denver Broncos, with the snowy conditions in Denver playing a significant role in the outcome. Meanwhile, we're looking forward to two highly anticipated matchups this weekend. The Patriots will face off against their upcoming opponents in Super Bowl LX, while the Los Angeles Rams will battle it out with the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks have won 3 consecutive games by double-digit margins, and their defense has been stout, allowing 20 points or fewer in each of its last 3 games. In other sports news, the Brooklyn Nets will take on the Los Angeles Clippers in a matchup featuring 2 of the NBA's worst offenses, despite both teams showing flashes of brilliance. The Pittsburgh Penguins are looking to complete a perfect 4-game road trip when they face off against the Vancouver Canucks, and in college basketball, the Wisconsin Badgers will host the USC Trojans in a Big Ten showdown. These matchups promise to deliver plenty of excitement and drama, and we'll be keeping a close eye on all the action. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Corral.
Thank you, Howard. Over the past few days, we've been following a developing story in Minneapolis, where a fatal shooting by a Customs and Border Protection agent has sparked intense debate and raised important questions about justice, community, and law enforcement. Our coverage has highlighted the complexities of this issue, from the need for transparency and accountability to the importance of respecting work and craftsmanship in rural America. We've also shone a light on the ordinary people doing extraordinary things in the face of tragedy, from community leaders to local residents pushing for change and seeking answers. Throughout our reporting, we've emphasized the dignity of ordinary work, the beauty of everyday life, and the resilience of the human spirit. We've also explored the changing face of rural America and its implications for our nation, as well as the importance of tradition, community, and taking the back roads to understand the complexities of an issue. As we move forward, we'll continue to examine the broader implications of this incident on our nation and celebrate the extraordinary aspects of ordinary American life. We'll also reflect on the power of individual stories to touch our hearts and inform our minds, and appreciate the local customs and traditions that make America so richly diverse. I'm Charles, and I bid you a thoughtful day. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, TikTok's move into Hollywood is shaking things up, and I am here. 4. It. The platform's influence on film and TV promotions is growing, and we're exploring what this means for creators and studios alike. Next, we've got the tea on Netflix's hit series, Finding Her Edge. With the first season wrapped, fans are eagerly awaiting news of a second season, and I've got insider info on what's to come. Think more drama, romance, and ice skating? Yes, please. And finally, Disney's Zootopia 2 is coming to digital platforms and physical media, and I've got all the deets. From making of featurettes to exclusive bonus features, this release is packed with goodies, So grab your coffee, sit back, and get ready for a fabulous morning of entertainment news. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David, AIDaNature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, our attention turns to the crucial role of innovative conservation efforts in ensuring a sustainable future. The Midway Atoll National Wildlife Refuge is providing a safe haven for millions of seabirds, including Laysan albatrosses and black-footed albatrosses. We're also highlighting the remarkable story of Wisdom, a 71-year-old Laysan albatross who has been making headlines as the world's oldest breeding bird. In another groundbreaking discovery, scientists have found that epaulet sharks, or walking sharks, can lay eggs without any significant increase in energy expenditure. This challenges our fundamental assumptions about their reproductive cycles and has important implications for understanding their resilience in the face of environmental stress. Lastly, we're looking at the importance of combining conservation efforts with robust climate action to protect our planet's delicate ecosystems. The Great Barrier Reef is one such ecosystem that requires urgent attention as it faces numerous threats, including climate change and pollution. These stories remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity and resilience of life on our planet and the need for continued research into the intricate relationships between species and their environments. We'll be exploring these topics in more depth throughout the day, and that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David AIDaNature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.